It's August 3rd, 2026. Welcome out to today's advisory report. A complete ripper in the market today. The market regime is green across the board. Favorable market conditions, intermediate trend and short-term trend are both bullish based off of the Magnificent Seven leading the way. It's not completely 100% perfect under the hood, but the MAGS 7 is leading the way in the indices, and so we are taking an offensive positioning here at Peak Horizons Capital after a lot of chop and a possible shakeout from last Wednesday as the Fed announced rates, but also there was the blow up of that $50 billion hedge fund. We can see the S&P was up 1.5%. Our ultra aggressive accounts at about 70% offense. We are just looking for the right things to get involved in, as we didn't hold much of the AI complex in its 30 to 40% drawdown. And then there was some rotation. So now it makes sense to get back offensive again. The aggressive, we have about 5% room there. And the moderate aggressive, we have about 5% room where we can up the ante a little bit more if we get a little bit more confirmation. Let's go ahead and jump on over to the intermediate trend, which told us this whole time to keep an offensive mentality as markets were moving sideways for a few months, but the intermediate trend held above the 30-week moving average, this orange line. Dumping into the short term, this is where a lot of the challenge has been the last couple months. So we'll see if today's action on top of Friday's, on top of Thursday's action really is legit. As you can see, this shake up and down, chop, chop, chop. Here's the day we were talking about where markets closed at the dead low. Overnight, some of those assets from that hedge fund were apparently bought at pennies in the dollar. Maybe the selling was done. We've been saying that we've been thinking the selling was done. So we've been slowly getting back offensive during here. And today was definitely a confirmation day. As look at this beautiful candle. If we get another one of these, we'll probably be in the new highs. Expectations are higher, but don't be surprised if we have a little pullback now that we've had this rip for 3 or 4 days. And that may give us another chance to even increase exposure. Jumping in the market lens, let's take a look at CrowdStrike, our sole stock position. Mentioned last week in our social how this was looking like a very favorable setup. And we can see right here we have resistance that was turning into support, along with the 50-day turning into support, and a rip off that zone. A beautiful day today, up over 6%. This has been in our portfolio for quite a while, all the way back in this area. We did add some double S&P 500. We already had the triple S&P 500 and SPY. So things are looking good here in our strategy. Well, that's what I got for you tonight. Take care. Have a wonderful evening, and we'll be right back at it tomorrow.